set. 19.
Now a first down throw. Watson. Open man is Trey Burton. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
25, check 25, check 25. Hey, 59.
Here's Watson. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Tight, watch left. 3 out. Check. 57's Mike 57. Don't get nervous. 57, Mike 57. Hey, 59.
On first down, Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
I'm coming for you. Check 9. 54 is down, he's coming. Stop, 36. Check. Hey, we got a fly.
Throwing again is Watson. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Motion. 31.
Again, it's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carl Nassib, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Down. 85. What we got?
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
That's it. Hey, let's feed him. Let's go. Down. 180. Mike 3. Okay, double. Ain't no way.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Hey, let's go. Mike 3. Mike 3. Come on. Mike 3. Mike 3. Combo. Target. Hey, Raider 2. Express. Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change or at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Line up.
Throwing again. Watson. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up. Let's go.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. There goes Green. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. He'll have a first down past the 40. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Melvin. Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On 1st and 10, Watson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Watson now to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Watson. This one into the hands of Burton. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air yet again. Watson going to look deep for Jeffrey. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, yeah. Mike 59. Here we go again.
Watson looks to throw again. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. The first catch for Jeffrey. Good enough for a first down. Watson on first down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Watch the run. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now Watson. And he gets it to Bolden. That one good for 26 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyler Fackrell. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Third and long, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
You're mine. Bravo! Express!
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. After the interception, here's Watson. He's got Burton here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Watson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And Woods has it complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. From the red zone now, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Deshaun Watson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
A shotgun snap for Watson. That's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now!
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 5 now. Carr nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is fielded at the 7. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Check 13. Check 13.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And got a man. It's Woods. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
On first down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And Bolden brings it in, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. Now a first down carry by Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And an alley to run. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. To throw, it's Carr. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing his Carr on third down. Herndon's got it complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Not taking your advice, they'll throw first play. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again is Watson. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, You just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ronald Darby. He was looking for Daniels that time. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. There goes Melvin Gordon. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they are able to cut into that lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To throw is Watson. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. On first down, Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now it's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Watson now to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here's the line. Here's the line. Third and two.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw his Carr. And he's got the hook up to Moore. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. They'll run on first down. It's Gordon, and he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Carr. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Hey, Delta.
On first down, Carr complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. George Kittle, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Throwing now, Watson. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are in the field?
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Down, he's coming.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Watson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, here I come, here I come, here I come, here I come. And I'm go.
And Watson's going to throw it here. This is caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Hey, 24. Give me that ball. Alert. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. 26. Delta. That's what I do. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. 54 is down. He's coming. Alert. He don't want it. Check 3. Alert flare.
Now it's Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
57's Mike.
On 4th down, Watson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd and 12, Carr, he's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
93.
One final try now for Carr. Now a desperate, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. And it is no good. So maybe a little final act of mercy there. And that's how this one ends. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.